Hey folks, Bardo here. Of everything that I have shared so far in my YouTube videos, I am confident that what I'm going to share with you today, it's going to absolutely blow your socks off. I'm serious. I cannot wait to tell you about this. Let's rock and roll, brother. Here we go. Good day to thee. Thank you so much for clicking this video and giving me a chance to have some of your valuable time. It is so good to be back in front of this microphone and creating a new video for you. I realize, you could be doing anything with your time right now, but you're taking a chance that watching this video will bring some sort of value to you, and I really appreciate that. I really think I'm going to deliver. I've got some great stuff for you today. As what I'm going to be talking about, it's probably what I honestly believe is the most underutilized yet incredibly powerful tool in the game. In fact, I'm going to tell you something that I believe will absolutely blow your socks off. So hang in there for it. But first, I do have some other things I want to get to before we get started. Now, I don't know about you guys, but for me, it has been an absolutely awesome week in this game for me personally. 200 was a big number for me. Let me tell you why. So I crossed 200 million. So I think, look, I'm up to 203 million now. So that just felt really good to do that. And secondly, I crossed 200 subscribers on YouTube. I think I'm up to 213 now. And I'm telling you, all 213 of you, you just don't realize, like I am so grateful that you have subscribed to my channel. So thank you so much for that. So let's talk about a few other things going on in the game right now. So obviously we are right in the middle of the St. Patrick's Day event. Actually, we're not. We're not in the middle of it. We're like 5 days away. Look, we're 5 days away. We are, though, in the middle of the second round of the the Rival Quest, the four-way, the four-track Rivals. I have really enjoyed it. I think it's been a really interesting way to go about it, having 4 quest lines that are happening simultaneously, and kind of going through the process of trying to figure out, how far do you want to go with them, and in what order do you do them? And it really is a nice touch, I think, how it corresponds nicely with GE, right? So they started on a Tuesday morning, just when GE starts, and so it's just been really. It's not been, to me. Sometimes these events can get a little just like monotonous, and you just kind of going through the motions. To me, with the Rival Quest, it's really been thought provoking. Just trying to figure out, really how far you want to go. I think that what Mooing Cat and some of the more prominent folks have suggested, being able to do all of them except the last two, that maybe the last two are not worth it. I think in the first set of Rivals, I think I got to 26, and that was enough for level 2 Celtic Glassworks, which I think is really great. Let me show you here. Let me show you why I like it. So down here in my FoE helper, you can see, okay, here's the rankings of my buildings in terms of most powerful and efficient. And the level 2 Celtic Glassworks, according to my variables that I put in, it's my number 8 building in the entire freaking city. I put this pretty little thing right down here in the corner of my city. But look, isn't that a beautiful little building? Okay, so enough about the St. Patrick's Day event. It's been really fun, but I got some other things I want to get to. Okay, it is time for the hot tip of the week. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Call the neighbors, wake the kids. It's time for the hot tip of the week. Okay, now here's the thing. I got to be completely honest. I'm going to share a hot tip of the week that probably 80% of you guys already know about. So I'm really sorry if I'm wasting your time with that. But if there is 25% of players that do not know this, you need to know it. So I will quickly tell you what it is. So we're going to go down here to the research technology tree, right? Let's say you are thinking about moving up. And you're thinking, what all do I need to move up exactly? What kind of goods? If you go up here, hidden up here, very obscurely in the upper left-hand corner, the research costs. In fact, when you put your little mouse over it, it's even covered up by the number here. So you click that and it shows you everything that you need to move up to the next level. So, I'm in future. I'm going to be here a while. I have everything I need. Now look though, this is very silly to me. Look at it. It says uh, that I need 1,223 forge points, and I only have 14, so I'm 1,200 short. I just think that's absolutely silly because, as you can all see, when you look up here at my forge point bank, I'm at 124. So I think I just barely have enough for that. That's kind of silly. But the point is that whatever era you're in, you can see what it will take to move up to the next one. Let me open this back up again and show you. So let's just say, for example, I'm thinking, okay, man, I'm going to go through future and then AF real quick. Well, look, I mean, I have all the goods and supplies and stuff I need for that, except for what? Promethium? Okay, yeah, I don't have nearly enough of that. I'm way short on that. So it's just kind of interesting. You can see, gee, how far I could go. I don't have I'm missing a lot of stuff to get through Oceanic Future. But that is a very, very helpful little tool hidden right up here. Now, moving on, and we're really getting to the stuff I'm super excited to share with you. Now, one thing that I have tried to do with this channel is be very engaged with the comment section on YouTube. I've responded, I think, to every one of them, and I truly have enjoyed every single comment that has been made on there, and I've enjoyed the interaction that I've had with you. So many great comments, so much good sharing. I hope that continues. One topic that has repeatedly come up, I've had several people ask me, Bardo, what in the world, what is this thing on the right-hand side? Well, that is FoE info. Now, I'm sure that many players are totally aware of the greatness, and I mean the greatness of FoE Helper, but it seems like so few people are aware of FoE info. I mean, like nobody ever talks about it. I mean, I'm amazed when I bring it up to people. They're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So I decided, one of the things when I first started this channel, I'm like, I'm gonna talk about this. I'm gonna highlight this. Now, honestly, like, this tool is so powerful, particularly one feature in particular that I can't wait to tell you about because it's so amazing. Okay, now, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk through these things quickly, and then I'm hang around to the end though, because trust me, I think one of the reasons why this is kind of an obscure tool is because it is really tricky to like install and start using. I mean, it actually took me a while to figure out how to actually start using it once I had like downloaded and installed the Chrome extension. I was doing it wrong. Like, I didn't understand. There is a trick to help, that once you know how to do it, it's easy. But until you know it, you can't use it. And I'm going to walk you through that. But first, I'm going to talk through this tool a little bit. Fairly quick. I'm going to try to be quick. Now, what you do is just this information bar on the right. Now, when you click each one of these little things here, it opens up the box, right? So the first one is just like your basic stats. It shows you your military power. It shows you your daily forge point collection. Now, for me, that's 1143. And of course, that doesn't take into account Blue Galaxy benefits. But so that's what that is. The second box, forget it. It's absolute garbage. Bonus, I mean, it doesn't even work right. Incidents, kind of an interesting thing, particularly when you click that up and open it up. Now it shows you, okay, here are the incidents that are open in my city right now. And it shows you the length of time that they're going to be available. And it shows you what's coming soon. So just think about it. You're in the middle of an event. One of your quests is to collect incidents, and you're thinking, man, I gotta, I don't know when they're coming. You can use this, and you can see, okay, and it'll help you determine if you have any that are like hidden somewhere that you didn't notice. So yeah, I got a few incidents to collect. I find this to be accurate. I think it can be helpful, particularly for quests. Rewards. This is an interesting thing right here. Now, this keeps track of all the rewards that I have claimed or accumulated just since the last time I opened up the browser. Um, this includes my city collection right here. You see right here, I did GE earlier this evening when I was going through some of the rival quests, and here it tells you everything I got from GE. Down here, city and event, it tells you what I got from that. So that is a nice way. When you're collecting your city and you're going through and you're getting all this stuff, sometimes it's nice to just afterwards kind of take a look and see, wow, look at all this stuff I got. Kind of fun, kind of awesome to do that. Now, one thing I do want to mention about it, this, and I don't know why, but this does not include your recurring quests. The bonuses you get from doing recurring quests over here, they do not show up in that rewards. You know, I'm not sure why. I just got these coins, and look, they did not populate over here. So I don't know why that is, but it's something to be aware of. But it is kind of nice to see exactly what all you're getting. Now, it does include your city collection. It includes GVG. It includes PvP. I showed you where it includes GE. It just doesn't show recurring quests. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. I know I'm hyping this up big time, but I think it's worth all the hype. This is the one that for so long I have held this tight to the vest because honestly, this has given me a huge advantage. It's given me a huge advantage. I've been using it for years, and it's kind of one of those things that's so awesome you want to tell people about it, but at the same time it gives you such a competitive advantage. You're like, man, I don't know if I want everyone to know about this. I am at a point in the game where yes, I want to get better, and yes, I'm a pretty competitive guy, but I feel really good about sharing this with you because that's kind of where I'm at with the game. I'm to the point where I want to pay it forward as others have done to me. Okay, so this is the tool. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to open up a GB. Now, I had identified one of my friends that would be, I think, a good way to demonstrate this. So we're going to go to my friend Hazan's down here, right? We're going to open up his great building, and look, there's his CDM. Now you can see he's starting to get pretty close to flipping that bad boy. So we're going to open that up. Now, scroll down here. Let me do this. Let me get rid of these rewards. We don't need to see all that right now. Let's focus in on this right here. Now, what you're looking at over here in the box is that it shows you what is your best opportunity to lock in a place and if you will receive a profit for that or not. So what it's telling me here, okay, you can see the spots here. You can see, okay, second place. I have an opportunity to lock in second place. And with my GB being what it is, a level 166, if I invest 132 forge points on that and I claim second spot, I'm locked in on that and I get a profit of 47 forge points. Boom. So I'm going to do that real quick. 132 and that's locked in. And so now, as long as if this great building ever flips, no matter what happens, I'll get a 47 point forge point profit on that. So it's absolutely awesome. Another example, let's go to another example. My friend M the Great. I think she was one that was nearing, let's see. Okay, look at her Virgo project. It's starting to get close to. We open it up and it auto-populates. Same thing. You can see hardly anyone else has contributed to this right now. She's got a 5 and a 4. For me, though, and we go over here and we look at the box, I can lock in the first spot for 164 and earn a 64 forge point profit on that. So that's what I'm going to do. 164. Now, I know what some of you guys are thinking right now. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I did a video and it was all about sniping, right? We had this discussion on there about determining what sniping is. Now, here's the thing. For those of you that haven't watched that video, or for those of you that don't know, my friends list is populated with players that want me to do what I'm just doing right now. They want me to do it. I mean, they want me to help them. They do not use 1.9 threads. They are mainly self-levelers. They use swap threads. But when I contribute to their grade buildings, they thank me for it. They're happy about it. They want me to do it. They oftentimes send me messages. Hey, thanks for putting so many forge points on my building. If anyone was to respond with what I just demonstrated to you, if anybody responds and says, dude, Bardo, what the heck, man? I'm on a 1.9 thread and you just sniped me bigger than crap. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to them. I'm going to put a minimum of 1.9 on their building. I'm going to add more. I'm going to apologize. And then I'm going to message them. I'm going to say, look, I don't ever want to do that again. I'm sorry that happened. You know, I probably should go ahead and drop you so that I never do that again. So I'm going to make it right. I'm going to make it even. I'm going to put way more than the 1.9 on there to make it up. And then I'm going to find it, drop you from my friends list because I don't want to do that again. So again, some of y'all are like, oh my gosh, Bardo, what a jerk doing this. Every single player that I'm doing that with, they want me to do it. So I don't feel bad about it. It's a strategy. It's something that everyone that is involved with it is okay with. And if you haven't watched my video, and maybe I'll put one of those little boxes up here to show you, to link you to that video. Watch my video about sniping, the conversation about that. So that is, that is a tool that will give you enormous amounts of profit. If you have a friends list that has, if you've got 100 and 120 friends on there that are active players that want you to do what I just did, then yes, that is how I have a bank up here of 123,000 forge points. And they're coming in faster than I can spend them, honestly. So that's how that works. So you can do the same thing, but you got to use this tool so that you know when you have those great opportunities to lock in on a good profit there. So a couple of other things to point out about FoE info. So there is a tool. So let's open up my ARC, for example. And when I open that up, you see this box popped up. And it just shows you, okay, here's all the folks that have contributed to my ARC. It shows you how much they put, but it shows you the percentage like as it relates to like a 1.9. So just for example, Blainer, he's locked in at my number 1, but for that's not 190%. That's only at 45%. I mean, if you look at what the reward is for this, and he's only doing 1490. See, he's at 45% of what the reward is. So it's just kind of interesting to see that if you are if you're doing like 1.9s, and sometimes you see where folks give you additional, then you can use this as a tool to see, okay, gee, who's putting more on my building than they really needed to. And I use that oftentimes to reach out and thank them for putting more on there. So that's just kind of a nice thing. The Army box here, it's exactly what you think it would be. This shows you your entire military, shows you how much you have of each unit. That can be kind of helpful too if you're kind of planning ahead or thinking about moving up or whatever. This is a good way to track that. So your Army, I think, yeah, you can you get this in FoE Helper? I think maybe you can. So nothing groundbreaking there. Okay, the building collection times, that is what it is. When you open up this and you open up this box, it shows you a listing. Here is, the next time that you'll be able to collect on all of these buildings. So that's super helpful. I mean, I do all my collections basically all at once, but if there's any buildings in your city that you just, you're curious when they're going to be opening back up again, you can utilize that. So couple more real quick things that are just kind of settings. If you go up here to the settings bar here, it opens up a whole new menu, and you can kind of see there's some things that you can check out there to set it up the way that you would like. You can also go over here, and if you click these three buttons right here, it gives you some other options, but I think what's most notable is that you can pick where you want to dock this information. I like it over here on the right, so I've got dock to the right. But if you wanted to put it at the bottom, you click there, and okay, now it's at the bottom of your screen. You can move it to the left-hand side. So you can have it over there on the left if you want. I really kind of enjoy having it on the right. So now, before we wrap this up, there's a couple of things I need to show you how to get this thing working, because I'm telling you, it is really tricky. So, it's a Chrome extension. So you go here to the Chrome Web Store. Here it is. For you, I think the blue button would say, install or download or whatever. Since I've got it on here, it says remove. So you download it, you install it, whatever. But then I had such a hard time figuring out how to get it activated, like how to get it to work. Like, I couldn't figure it out. But then I read online somewhere how to get it to work, and I'm going to show you how to do it, because if you don't know, you're thinking it's just a dud piece of software. But it isn't. It's absolutely awesome. So here's what you do. We're going to start from scratch. We're getting out of this. Okay. So we're going to open up Forge of Empires. Here's obviously my login screen. Now what you do, if you click both buttons on your mouse at the same time, both left and right, when you do that, this menu pops up, right? And you click Inspect, and then this opens up on the right hand side a bunch of stuff. I'm sure people who are smart with computers know what all that means, but I have no idea what it is. But you go up here to these little arrows, and you left click that, and you see FoE info down there at the bottom. So then you click that, and then of course it instructs you to go ahead and load the game. So you click play, you load it up, and the next thing you know, you have all of this beautiful information populating on the right hand side. And like I said before, when you close out the browser and you open it back up, it doesn't necessarily pull all the data you had before. I showed you where it had all those rewards on there. Look, they're gone. The rewards are gone. So, but it does give you, your new building times. When you can collect those the next time. So it updates all of that once you open it back up. So it does kind of have some of those tricky things about it in terms of the pulling the data kind of thing. Just like with FoE Helper has that situation where, if you are playing on your desktop and then you get off your desktop, and this happened over the weekend, I'm playing on my desktop. I go out to the backyard to grill out some big juicy cheeseburgers, and I'm out there grilling cheeseburgers, and I have my phone, and I open up the app on my phone, and I come back in later and get on my desktop, and of course when you do that, you have to open up a new, because it shuts down it shuts it down, you log back in, and all your data is gone. It's so you just kind of have those annoying kind of things, but if you can deal with those, I mean, it's just one of those irritating things, but it does not affect the main elite function of the extension, which is that GB donation feature that I showed you. It's an absolute game changer. It will provide you with tremendous rewards. And as long as you kind of are aware of the unorthodox and tricky way of opening it and utilizing this extension, you will love it. And on that, I'm going to end this on a high note, y'all. Thank you so much for giving me a chance with your time on this. I hope you found the investment of your time to be worth it. And hey, if you did, please let me know by commenting, hitting that like button, or even better, becoming a subscriber. Oh, wait. One more thing. I want to start doing this thing where you guys post questions to me in the comments, and then I do my best to answer those questions in my next video. So let's do that. Drop me some questions, and I will address those in the next video. So until then, as always, forge on, my friends. Forge on. Thank you.